microphone wasn't working, but it appears it's working now, so we'll leave it be. We appreciate your patience. The boys, the JWP Walter Faraday boys are playing in Waterville Legion Morristown tonight, so kind of a sparse crowd. I'm sure a lot of the Bulldog fans will be watching this on the encore presentation, if you will, at home. So, I'd like to welcome all of you watching this in the future on rebroadcast. So welcome to the Doghouse. Here we go. It's about ready time for tip-off. And the Blackhawks get possession to start it out. That's number 11, Haynes. The wild floater pass is stolen by the Bulldogs. Misses the layup. On the other end, the Blackhawks get the early lead, 2-0.
Wild.
Hagen for two. Air ball. Anderson with it. That's Strauss for two. Up and in. There's a couple of recruiters from Bethany from college here tonight, taking a peek at a couple of the Bulldog girls we mentioned a few broadcasts ago. They get it. The press defense being used by the Bulldogs, and they're off to the races right now. And they put it up and in 6-2 Bulldogs. They passing it around more. That's going to be a foul on Hagen. A little overzealous with the coach of the Madelia Blackhawks, Burnett Walton, not liking what he's seen so far. Not over and back. She towed the line, but it's stolen by Strauss. And Strauss puts it in for the layup, 8-2. And Burnett Walton wants a timeout. And we're going to take 2 minutes for station identification. Don't go anywhere. Yep. And we're back. And an interesting press is being used. The Bulldogs have 4 girls on one end and 1 on the other, and the Blackhawks are lined up right on the free throw line and across, trying to get something in. They're rather lethargic at this juncture in the game, but we'll see if that changes. Just called timeout. And on the other end, it's stolen by Anderson, and it's a steal for the Blackhawks. And they're going to set things up here. They get in at number 12. She's fouled. Number 12, that's Melody DeFleminick, the sophomore. It's worth noting that 3 senior players for the Madelia Blackhawks are out with the flu. And the free throw's up and in for DeFleminick. And the second one's off the mark. Rebound Blackhawks. Shots off for Arndt. Stolen by the Blackhawks. And they're going to slow the tempo down. That's Hines. DeFleminick for 2. It's off. Gets her own rebound. Clayton with the rebound. Over to Hagen. Down the court. That's blocked by, not DeFleminick, blocked by Arndt, excuse me. Going the other way. There's a tussle, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. Hagen to inbound. Hannah Olsen bringing the ball up the court. Strauss wide open underneath. They do not find her. It's stolen by Arndt. basketball. It's going to the Bulldogs. I thought that went off of the foot of a Bulldog, but that was not the case. That's why I'm at the booth and the refs are on the court. 14:54 left in the first half. 8-3 Bulldogs. Hagen off the air and gets her on board. It looks like she traveled but not called. On the line, it'll go to the Blackhawks. It's worth noting that Melody DeFleminick has pink tips on the end of her hair. Maybe a recent dye job, I'm not sure. But it's up and in for Cologne, excuse me. Cologne, one of the seniors on this Blackhawk team. And it's up and in for Clayton. And the score has been doubled. It's 10-5. Oh, it's going to be an over and back call. Cologne to inbound. Wolf entering the game in favor of Clayton. Cologne, and it's stolen by Strauss. Finds Olsen on the other end. She puts it in for two. That fast-paced offense by the Bulldogs getting at the Blackhawks at the start of the game here. That's going to be Bulldog basketball. Yeah, right off the good camera work there by Ashley Johnson. Getting you right into the action. No, the floater pass to Olsen is in. And Olsen's going to set things up here. 13:46 left to play in the first half. Strauss not to play it to Hagen. Back to Wolf. Wolf puts it in for two. Stolen by Olsen. Oh, the Blackhawks seem a little slow out there, but hold on. The Dipsy Doodle pass and it gets down the court. DeFleminick is fouled on her way up. She'll head to the line for two. First free throw is up. It's up and it's not in. And the second. DeFleminick not able to capitalize. Nice rebound by Arndt. Shots off. Rebound Arndt. Arndt can't put it up. And DeFleminick will head back to the line for two free throws. Let's see if she does a better job this time. And the free throw's up. So, kind of reminds me of some of you basketball fans who may remember Nick Anderson in the 1995 NBA playoffs. Missed 6 free throws in a row. Well, that one went in. She didn't miss 6 in a row. She only missed 3 in a row. DeFleminick puts it in. On the other end, down to Anderson. Fast shot, way off the mark. Rebound. Strauss gets it to Olsen. Olsen pulls up for 2. It's also off the mark. Rebound to DeFleminick. Gets it to Cologne. And the Blackhawks get it out of there. That's Hines with the ball to Cologne. Down to DeFleminick. It's off. And it's put in by Hines. Timeout for the Bulldogs. We'll take this opportunity to take a 2-minute national advertisement. All right, and we're back. 14-8 ball game. 12:39 left in the first half. Off. It had to be over and back, and it's called. And that foul, I believe, was on DeFleminick. Excuse me, it was on Hines, and that is her first. Stanky to inbound. Gets it to Strauss. Over to Olsen. To Wolf. Literally stolen from her arms by Arndt.
Yeah,
that's Cologne. Finds DeFleminick. Stolen by Anderson. Outlet pass to Strauss. Strauss puts it up, and it's in for 2. Stolen again by the Bulldogs. They might be up to double digits in steals here. And Olsen puts it in for 2, and it's a 10-point ball game. We're in double digits. Timeout on the floor. We'll take this opportunity to take another national advertisement. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. Blackhawks to inbound. Oh, stolen again by Strauss. Anderson misses everything on that one. Cologne taking it up. I was watching the Bulldogs in the huddle. They were going for more and more steals, they said. DeFleminick puts it in for 2. DeFleminick, the 6-foot sophomore. And it's in. Nice jumper. Cologne trying to weave her way through the bodies, and they get it down. It's off. Rebound Wolf. Outlet pass to Olsen. No foul, and it's off. And I think it's going to be Bulldog basketball. It is. It's tipped out by Cologne. Morton enters the contest in favor of Stanky. And Strauss is going to inbound. Strauss for 3. It's off. Rebound Arndt. It's Hines with the ball. Whoa, the rainbow pass is stolen by Anderson. Down to Olsen. Olsen puts it up, and it's in for 2. 22-10 with 10:33 to go in the first half. DeFleminick. Morton providing the defense, hits the back of the hoop. And there's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Madelia Blackhawks. Stanky re-enters the contest in favor of Anderson. Cologne to inbound the ball for the Blackhawks. Just a wild pass. It's going to be stolen. There's going to be a foul, though. DeFleminick bumped. DeFleminick looked like one of the Chicago Blackhawks the other night, kind of hip checking there, but it's going to be Bulldog basketball. Strauss, wide open lane. She'll put it in for 2. I don't know what's going on with these Blackhawks. They look really lethargic to start this contest. Splits the defenders, and that's going to be a body foul on Strauss. Blown to inbound. Very quiet in the street right now. The calm before the storm, almost maybe. I don't know. Stolen by Morton. Strauss to Olsen. Olsen puts it in for 2. 26-10, 9:36 left to go in the first half. Whoa! DeFleminick was able to get that wild pass. And that's Arndt to Cologne. And they're going to set things up. A 1-2-2 zone being used. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. You know Strauss wanted another steal to pad those stats. Not the case. Olsen gets it to Wolf. Wolf puts it up for 2. Nice turnaround. Puts it in. And the Bulldogs on a big run here. Stolen by Morton. And it's stolen by the Blackhawks. To Cologne. Cologne draws contact. No call. And that's Olsen bringing the ball up the court, crossing the center line. Back to Wolf. Looked similar to the last play. Kind of a forced pass there, stolen by DeFleminick. Hines. Whoa! Cologne wasn't ready for that one. Fleming re-enters the contest. Somebody on the Madelia side of the court made fun of the way I said "whoa" on that last pass. So if that gentleman can hear me, I can hear you as well. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I don't know what the call is. You know, it's going to be a foul on Cologne. That's her first. Strauss to inbound.
And put something in
and Cologne's taking it the other way.
For mold and to dry it out.
She puts it up. Nice floater by Cologne. Nice. That was a nice bucket. And Strauss. Nice pass to Anderson. Anderson for three. It's off the iron. Rebound. Oh, I thought that was a travel. Not the case. That had to be. There we go. That was Amy Den. Coach Burnett Walton trying to inspire his girls to show a little more desire on the court, perhaps. I don't know. It's to Wolf. Or not, excuse me, not to Wolf, to Fleming. And there's a foul, possibly a shooting foul. And it is. Foul was on Arndt. That's her first. 28-12 ball game, 7:34 left in the first half. It's up. And it's in for Fleming. It's also in. It's tipped, and that'll be Blackhawk basketball.
All right.
And it's tipped again, and I thought she had a foot on the line, but that wasn't the case. Strauss puts it in for two. Same thing happened. This pressure, the Blackhawks are really struggling, but traveling called. You have to wonder, you have to remember that the Blackhawks have three girls out with illness who are all seniors, so you don't know what they're missing because of that. Some of these players who are in the game might normally be reserves. And that pressure is getting... There's a foul called. You know, I don't know if it's because I'm on the Madelia side or because, you know, a lot of our fan support's in Waterville right now for the Waterville Elise Morristown game, but sometimes I feel I'm the only one talking in here, but we'll see what happens. Shot's up. And it's off the mark. Rebound, Morton. Olsen, the hard dribble down the court. Gets it in. Anderson, blocked by DeFleminick. And who's that? That's Cooling, Elizabeth Cooling, a ninth grader in the game. Trying to see if she can handle the pressure. And stolen by Stanky. But the before mentioned Cooling with the shooting foul. I don't know if Stanky thought that all that hand action was cool by Cooling, but she'll have to live with it. And it flops in for Stanky. Oh, I must have missed something somewhere. It's only 30. Yeah, there you go. I beat the scoreboard people up with getting the score on the board. It's off, and it's a 33-12 ball game. I looked up at the scoreboard, and it only said 32-12, but then they put that free throw on the board. Cologne with the ball. Gets to Cooling, the freshman. To Fleminick. Nice pass. Nice shot by Arndt. Chips away at the depth. That's Arndt to Cologne. To Cooling. Cooling fakes. Manriquez finds DeFleminick. Back to Manriquez. To Arndt. Nice pass to... Oh, she couldn't finish, though. And Anderson's going to have to dribble it. Oh, that was a... Talk about a silver platter pass. That was it. But unfortunately, DeFleminick could not finish. Cologne it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. One thing worth noting, Elizabeth Cooling, number 3 on the Madelia Blackhawks, a freshman. And if she's earned her spot, because if you look at the B squad and C squad, it's full of 9th graders for these Blackhawks. So she really must be worth having on the varsity roster, where she's not even listed on the JV roster as a 9th grader. Kirsten Lynch, the only 9th grader listed on our varsity roster, is also listed on the JV roster. So certainly Cooling earning her keep on the varsity level. These Blackhawks have 4 freshmen listed on the roster. And it's in! Nice shot by Morton. The before-mentioned Cooling gets it to Arndt. Oh, she wasn't ready for it. And that was Caraway, who couldn't handle the pass. Caraway, also a freshman, who was not in the JV game. So a lot of youth. Now, actually, you know what? They have about 6 seniors on the roster, too. So a lot of youth and some experience. But unfortunately for the Blackhawks, 3 of those seniors are out with the flu. No shot is called, and it's a foul. And is it a shooting foul? It is 1-on-1, I've been told. It's bonus town. That's the 8th-team foul against the Bulldogs. So the Madelia Blackhawks will be at the free throw line for the next 4 minutes and 14 seconds of this first half. First free throw's up. It's off. And throwing the other way, over and back is the call on Arndt. I thought it was a good rebound at first. Not the case. Olsen to Anderson. Cologne thought she'd have it. Not the case. That's and it's stolen away from Shook. Manriquez puts it in for 2. 35-16, 3:44 left in the first half. To Shook. Back to Olsen. Finds Anderson. Anderson thought about it. Passed on it. And there's a shooting foul. And she'll head to the line for 2. First free throw's up. And it's off the back iron. And the second. Similar result, unfortunately, for the Bulldogs. Rebound Blackhawks, and Cooling's taking it the other way. So over to Cologne. Cooling. Oh, she overshot Manriquez on that one. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Wolf, the quick pass to Anderson. Olsen to Shook. Takes it, then it's blocked by Arndt again. That's her second block of the contest. In and out. And Cologne comes away with it. Over to Cooling. That's Arndt. Back to Cologne. To Cooling. So Manriquez gets it to Cologne. Cologne drives in. In and out. Cologne the rebound. And Cologne gets the rebound again and gets it in. That Cologne's scrappy. Olsen bringing it up. Manriquez providing the defense. Shook down low to Fleming. And not a block this time. It is a foul. And I believe it's going to be on Caraway, the freshman. It was. It's off the front iron. Hagen re-entering the contest after a long break in favor of Anderson. And it's off. Rebound And it's out to Anderson. Excuse me, to Olsen. And Olsen puts it up, and it's out. Thought about it. Hagen dribbling around. Steal. I'm being told we have to take a break. I'm sorry. We will be right back. I'll let you know what happens while we're gone. Okay, yep, we're good now. All right, and we're back, and you didn't miss anything while we were gone. Except right at the end, Olsen got the layup and was fouled on the way. I believe you got that on at home, though. Clayton re-enters in favor of Wolf. She'll head to the line for the three-point play. I'm really sorry I had to cut away there, but they only give us so much time before we have to go to a national advertisement. Because of all the technical difficulties, before the game I wasn't able to bank all that time, so you'll have to forgive me on that. Sloppy play by both squads here. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what happened there. It was ball was on the floor, and I don't know. Somehow the Bulldogs came with it. Manriquez heads to the bench. Den has re-entered the contest for the Blackhawks. Hagen, it's off. And Arndt comes away with the rebound. Gets it to Cologne. Yeah, Cologne didn't see the trailing defender. That's Arndt. Gets it to Cooling. We're at 55 seconds left in the first half. Cooling thought about it, passed up on it. Maybe the freshman's being a little too timid. It should fire away a little bit more, but she's fouled, and she'll head to the line for a 1-and-1. Stanky will re-enter the contest for the Bulldogs in favor of Hagen. 37-18 is the score. 47 and 4/10 seconds left in the first half. Shot is up. It's in. She'll get a second one. Second shot is up. Similar result for Cooling. 37-20 Bulldogs. Tried to force it into Clayton, but it's stolen by Shuck, and there's a foul on Arndt. And a lot of these Blackhawks are getting into foul trouble. I'll have to see how many that is on Arndt. That's her third. It's off. Hines will re-enter the contest for the Blackhawks in favor of Arndt. They don't want Arndt to get a fourth one. She gets a good ovation from the Madelia fans who made the trip. And there's I don't know who that's on. It's going to go to the Blackhawks of Madelia. 32 seconds left in the first half. Cologne in trouble, gets it to Cooling. Nice pass. Once again, can't finish though. They've had some good passes down low, but they just can't close the door, so to speak. Final 10 seconds, 10. Wolf puts it in, it doesn't fall in. Clayton puts it in, doesn't fall in. Clayton gets the rebound, and there is a foul. With 3 seconds left in the half, it's going to be a shooting foul. First free throw's up. It plops out. Now, you know, both teams might be thinking buzzer beater. We'll see what happens. And it plops out again. Rebound, 3, 2, 1. The hook shot doesn't fall. And we go into halftime with a 37-20 score in favor. Okay, they decided to stop the halftime a little early, so we're getting right back to the action here. Second half action beginning. That's Cologne going to inbound for the Blackhawks. Oh, and Strauss was waiting on that one. She couldn't finish though. It's like they talked about that all half, and she flashed a smile to Coach Melissa Oakes. You have to know they were talking about that at halftime. Well, she might get this one, though. Stolen again. She realistically could end up with a double-double in points and in steals here tonight. She's heading to the line for 2 shots. Foul was on number 11, and that, of course, is Riley Hines. That's her second foul. First free throw's up. Clangs off the iron. And the second. Oh, that was even worse. Clangs off the front iron. Tries to draw the foul. Doesn't, but gets her own rebound and puts it in for 2. As I mentioned earlier, we have some scouts here from Bethany Lutheran College, my alma mater, the school I went to. Great school, by the way. They're looking at Strauss. They're looking at Olsen. They might have their eye on a few other players, too. Possibly Anderson, but... So you want to impress those scouts, and certainly Strauss with her steals has done a great job of doing that. Once again, Strauss was listed as one of the top 100 players in the state of Minnesota to watch by North Star Magazine. Or North Star Hoops Magazine, excuse me. They focus on basketball in the state of Minnesota, high school basketball in the state of Minnesota, I should say. Clayton at the line. First one's up. It's in. And we've doubled their point total. It's 40-20 with 16:59 left in the second half. Second one's up. It's in. And Cologne. Oh, and steal by Strauss. Gets it to Olsen. Puts it in for 2. But and Blackhawks come away with it. Steal again. Oh, not a steal. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but it wasn't a very good shot or a pass, so it didn't do much. It just was a turnover. And the Bulldogs taking the ball down the court here. Blackhawks trying to wake up and get into the second half, armed with the rebound. Hopefully, for their sake, they can do it on this possession. That's Hines with the ball to Cologne. Aren't thinking about what to do with it. The lob pass, kind of a risky one, to Den. Cologne puts it up for 2. It's off the mark. To Flemenick, the board, but it's stolen by Strauss. Anderson the other way, and she's fouled by Den. And she'll head to the line for 2. First one's up, it's in. And rattles out. Rebound. Arndt. You wonder with a 24-point lead how much longer the Bulldogs will be pressing. I guess we'll find out. They're certainly geared towards getting a lot of steals tonight. That must have been one of the points in the locker room. Cologne doing some head fakes, not working out. Very lethargic are these Madelia Blackhawks. And the Bulldogs are jumping out at Strauss. That's her third or fourth steal of the half so far. Nice passing, and they're still going to press. Timeout called by Coach Burnett Walton, and we'll take a minute for station identification. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Okay, and we're back. We're going to get to some of these local sponsors we didn't get to during halftime. Don't forget to contact Lincoln Olson. He's involved with Country Financial, North Mankato, Minnesota, 507-386-1273. I mentioned this last telecast. Gas prices are pretty low right now. You're saving a lot of money at the pump. Maybe you might want to think about investing some of that money. And if you're going to be doing that, you certainly want to go to Lincoln Olson of Country Financial of North Mankato. And once again, I know my dad called me last night and says, hey, you're saying some of these phone numbers and websites a little too quickly. He's taking it quick. There's a steal by Strauss again, but it's going back to the Blackhawks. Keep in mind, it's always good to have a pencil handy if you get an insight from me, which hopefully happens every now and then. Write one of those phone numbers down. These people, remember, they make this Ihigh broadcast free over in Backcall. They make this broadcast free, so we certainly want to give them our business. They, this service is certainly worth a lot. It's a lot of fun. I mean, what an age we live in where you can stream high school basketball games. You can see them anywhere. People could be overseas right now watching this game. So it's certainly a great service to have. So when we mention these sponsors, we're not just saying them to, and on the other end, Gabby Hagan puts in, we're not just saying them to flap our gums. We're saying it because we want to show them the proper respect they deserve. And it's also a good idea to write down the numbers. Or if you get one, you can always rewind the broadcast a little bit. Maybe you heard something, rewind it, watch it over again. Yeah, don't forget about them. Especially a lot of them are, they're all local, but a lot of them are even in Janesville. I know we have a couple of them in Owatonna, we have one in Ellendale, we have Smiths Mill is represented, but certainly, please give them your business. They help us out a lot. Olsen puts up a three. It's off. Rebound, and it's going to be Cologne heading the other way. She was fouled going up by Anderson, and she'll go to the line for two. Ooh, grazes the front iron. Nice to hear some encouraging words. Person working the camera for Madelia saying, come on, Mel, you got it. Obviously referring to Melody Colin, who's at the free throw line, the senior. Gets her own rebound. It's a steal by Olsen. It's off. Rebound Anderson. And that's Hagan who puts it up for two. And it's about a 14-0 run for the Bulldogs, and Cologne traveled. She didn't like the call. She's a little crestfallen right now, and it's when you're behind by 30 points, it's difficult not to be. You got a long bus ride home. It's the winter. A lot of things going on, but we've all been there in life where we're losing and it's bleak. It's not looking good, but you got as she traveled, it's part of growing up. It's part of life. No one said life was going to be easy every inch of the way. A lot of times it's harder than it is easy. But pops out. Rebound, Blackhawks. Down the, oh my. Lame duck pass is stolen by the Bulldogs. They might be at 30 steals. I'm not exaggerating. It could be close to that. Cologne. And a couple of reserves coming in for the Bulldogs here in a little bit. Stanky, Morton, and Wolf. Cologne Arndt. Blue, it rolls in for DeFluminick. It's the first point for the Blackhawks in a while. Rebound, Arndt. She had time to flip her ponytail back while she was dribbling up the court. I don't know if I've seen that. To Cologne. Cologne fakes. Eventually gets to Arndt. Whoa, miscommunication. But it's saved. Good hustle play there by I think that was Arndt with the save. Rebound Clayton. Olsen heading the other way. It's a 3-on-3. Pulls up. Rims out. Rebound Arndt. And kind of a delayed fall there by Hagen. I think the ref, she wanted the charge, but not going to get it. Because it was clearly a flop by Hagen. But, you know, you got to do that in basketball. You got to do that to get the call. So it's not a cheap maneuver by Hagen one bit. It's trying to get the call, because when you get hit, you got to pretend like you just got hit with a train. Strauss puts it in for 2. To Colin. To Arndt. Steal by Wolf, and an immediate foul by DeFleminik. I believe that's her 4th. By the way, that last foul on Hagen was her 4th. Maybe that's why she was a little more upset than usual. Actually, that was the 3rd foul on DeFleminik. 11:30 to go in the second half. 52-22 Bulldogs. This score at one point was 12-8. Ooh, Strauss with the... looked like on the way up to the hoop, someone took out a gun and shot the ball, and it just drooped to the floor. But those happen. Air balls happen sometimes. They happen to Michael Jordan had them, and everyone else in between us had them. And it's going to the Bulldogs. And it's a steal for the Blackhawks. And it's going to be a foul on Strauss. She doesn't like the call. You know, I've never, ever seen a player not like a call, say something to a ref, and then the ref actually said, oh, I guess I'll change it. Never seen that happen. I don't know if Strauss was talking to the ref or just talking to herself, but be that as it may, it's not going to be changed. Steal by Olsen. A little bit of a wild pass. Oh, I thought there would be a foul there. No foul. Looked like Strauss was almost knocked to the ground. And on the other end, Arndt knocks Morton to the ground. And Arndt's been, in a matter of 10 seconds, she's been knocking the Bulldogs over like bowling pins. During this break in the action, we'd like to say hello to Michelle, who is watching in Janesville, Minnesota. And it's a foul. I'm looking forward to going home and seeing my wife, Michelle. She said she was going to be making some macaroni and cheese for me. You can't beat that. Also like to say hello to John and Annette in Lakeville. They're big fans. They watch every telecast. They don't miss them. Nobody should miss them. You know, you really should. If you can't make it here live, tune in. Watch it on rebroadcast. It's a lot of fun. And it's put in. The score is now 54-22 Bulldogs. 10:23 to go in the second half. Steele. Olsen puts it in for 2. I wonder when they're going to kind of call off the dogs, if you will, and take out the big guns like Olsen and Strauss. Number 13 in the game for the Blackhawks. It's their first appearance. That's Andrea Sorensen, a junior. Coach Burnett Walton hoping maybe she can handle this pressure. Oh! And they call it on Sorensen, even though it looked like Stinky lowered the left shoulder down and knocked her to the ground, but it's called on Sorensen. When you're moving your feet, you're moving your feet. Quick one into Stanky. Stanky gets her. No, she doesn't. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs, though. Also, number 15, Kara Tigum, A freshman has entered the contest for Madelia. She's making her first appearance. It's off the iron for Morton. Morton puts it back up. It's off the iron, puts it back up, gets a rebound, puts it back. It gets a foul to Strauss. It's up and in. And it's up and in again. That's number 13, Sorensen. And it's a tie-up, and possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. I'm sorry, I left the bonus up for the Madelia Blackhawks from the first half, when really the JWP Bulldogs are in the bonus right now. Oh, Olsen grazes the front iron. Morton can't finish. That's Wolf down there. Sorensen gets it. To Manriquez, she gives it back to Sorensen. Big dribbling. Double dribble call. Some members of the Madelia fan group trying to yell support to the players, but it's really there's really not a lot of pep out there. Strauss drives in, draws the foul. .58-22 the score. 9 minutes to play. It's up and in. Second one's up. It's also in. Yeah, I don't know where Strauss will end up. You know, Strauss is a senior this year. I have no idea what her college plans are. I know she'd probably like to continue playing some basketball in college. Manriquez, it's off. It's off again. And draws the foul. There's Ihigh. She'll head to the line for two. And we are officially at running time right now. They are letting the clock go. And the seconds are ticking away. You can probably see that in the top right hand. Well, you could. So they're just going to let the time run. Misses everything, this Ihigh. Keep in mind, Ihigh, a freshman. You know, it's 4 freshmen on this Blackhawk roster. 3 girls out with the flu. And unfortunately, Ihigh misses everything on both shots. You know, hopefully she can keep her chin up. I know airballing 2 free throws is kind of, it's kind of a tough thing. But, there'll be better days for the freshmen. Only a freshman, a lot of these Blackhawk girls. So, I know it's a 38-point ball game, but, they got 3 girls sick. They got freshmen out there. They're trying. There's a lot of pressure. It's tough playing under pressure defense. But going back to Strauss, we've Bethany Lutheran College scouting here tonight. I know, as I said, I went to Bethany, and I know some people there. I know they were looking at Strauss a little bit. Certainly, I know from what Taylor Pasale told me last year that other schools were requesting information, but we'll have to see what happens. We might have a decision coming in the next month or so. Well, if I find out anything, I'll let you know. But Wolf gets her own rebound, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. And it's in for Wolf. Second one's up. It's also in. 6:15 left to go in the second half. Tipped away. Rodriguez did she step on the line? I think she did. It's going to be Bulldog basketball. You know, those double teams are coming. Pass to Wolf. I'm personally surprised that Strauss and Anderson are still in this one. But, you know, maybe they're aware that there are some scouts here and they want to leave them in a little longer. But certainly from what Taylor Paseo told me, Kaylee Anderson gets some interest from some schools as well. Timeout called by the Blackhawks. I think we're going to leave it here for this timeout. A few more local sponsors to talk about. Don't forget about Troy Schramm of Schramm Construction. SchrammConstruction.com. 507-234-5662. They're located on East 1st Street in Janesville, Minnesota. Hardware Hank, Janesville Hardware, North Main Street, Janesville, Minnesota, 507-234-5278. There's a lot more going for you at Hank, Janesville Hardware Hank. Wisty's Concrete and Edging, Wistys.com, 507-420-0997. Please ask for Tanner. How could you talk about Wisty's and not talk about the meat market? Wisty's Meat Market, Main Street, Janesville, Minnesota, www.wistysmeatmarket.com, 507-234-6278. Over the summer, my wife and I went to Wisty's Meat Market, and we got some sausages, and oh boy, they were good. Many different flavors, too. Good prices. Really, really good prices. And there's a mini grocery market in there, too. So if you're in a bind and you need something, that's the place to go. They have cereal, they have condiments, they have it all. But certainly, great barbecue sauce. I got some barbecue sauce in the fridge from there. Oh boy, is it good. And they have daily specials too. Another steal for Strauss. No fouls called in, and I'll stay with the Bulldogs. 5:19 to go in the second half, 64-22 the score. Strauss inbounding. Gets it to not Olsen, Anderson. Anderson for three. Off the iron. Rebound Morton. I personally don't like to see a team shooting three-pointers when they're ahead by 44 points, but be that as it may, you know, sometimes it just happens. You get the ball and you're so excited you got to shoot it. You know what? In practice you teach when you're open, shoot the ball. So whether it's a lead or it's not a lead, I think she's changed her pivot foot 4 times, folks. But the referee gets it, and it's going the other way. Looked like she was doing shadow dancing instead of shadow boxing there, if you will. A 3-2 zone being used by the Mankato, used by the Madelia Blackhawks, which are near Mankato, but not quite there. My parents, steal by Strauss, my parents went to Madelia over the summer. James Gang had some connections to Madelia. My mom's not going to like it, but I forgot what exactly they were, so I'll have to ask her the next time I talk to her. But certainly there's some history in Madelia, Minnesota. And it's on the other end, it's a rebound by Wolf. Anderson taking the ball up, gives it to Strauss, down to Wolf. Nice pass to Morton. Morton puts it up for two. 70-22 is the score. And a steal by Strauss. Puts it up for two. And you can really see the pained look on the face of some of these Blackhawks. They've really gone through the gamut here tonight. But it's a pretty good Janesville team. Janesville Waldorf Everson team, excuse me. And they do a good job, and you got 3 or 4 college prospects on your team. It's gonna be a tough course. Speaking of college in Madelia, one of my good friends, Allie Van He, played for the Madelia Blackhawks. She also played at Bethany Lutheran College. And referee timeout to get the subs in. And Kirsten Lynch the freshman enters the contest, as does Emily Budak, a sophomore. Emily Budak, a great athlete, as is Lynch. And it's blocked, and it'll stay with the Blackhawks. 2:29 left to go in this second half. And the head fakes aren't going to work, I don't think. Manriquez. You know, at this point in the game, if I was a Blackhawk player and I had an open look, I would just pull up and shoot. Three-pointer, not three-pointer, who cares, you know? Fire away, fire away. Manriquez, nice move by Manriquez. She puts it in for 2. She's contributed 4 points off the bench, and it's a timeout for the Bulldogs. And we're going to have to take, please stay with us to see the conclusion. We're going to take 30 seconds for a national ad. We have to do it. Please stay with us to see the finish. And we're back. Don't forget about MCM, McPherson Crop Management, Agronomy, Technology, and Data Management Services since 1993. www.mcmfarmworks.com. Stanky with the ball. Down to Budak. Budak puts it up. Budak gets her own rebound and puts up for 2. And the bench goes wild. It's nice to see those reserves get buckets when they enter. And what's the call? And Coach Burnett Walton was worried that some liquid was on the floor and didn't want anyone to get hurt. A good move by Mr. Walton, because we don't want anyone to slip and fall and get injured. That's the last thing. That's the last thing we want. So good call by Coach Walton. Blackhawks get it in. That's Sorensen with the ball. That's Caraway, the freshman, to Tygum, another freshman, to Sorensen. Nice pass. Tygum knocks her down. It's a foul on Tygum. And we're heading the other way. And the time's going to continue to roll. We have 1 minute left in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the game ends here at the line, but ball's in. And I told my wife I'd be home at about 9:15, but since this one got out of hand a little bit from Madelia, it's going to end early. And Morton puts it in for 2. So, honey, I'm coming home, so, I guess get everything ready. Talked about that mac and cheese I was going to get. I'm excited for that. I haven't had a meal in a while, so hopefully the water is boiling right now. I'll be home in about 5 minutes. Stanky with the ball. It's out. And the game's going to end here. 6 seconds. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. And a lot of the Blackhawk fans do not like the call. But, and I'm going to get this on the camera here. The coach of the Blackhawks, Burnett Walton, certainly doesn't like that. He's telling his girls right now they're trying to get somebody to score, and he wants them to stop it. So, he had a look of, you got to be kidding me, but we'll see what the plan is, you know. When you call a timeout to try to get everybody to score, and I think they're going to probably be going for Emma Eustace, number 24. I don't believe she scored. Maybe Kirsten Lynch. And Rodriguez, it'll count. It's off the iron. And the final score of tonight's contest is 79-24 in favor of the Bulldogs. You know, it started close. It was about a 12-8 ball game, but really it was the pressure that got to the Blackhawks. Certainly some controversy here, as never seen that happen in a high school game when coaches refused to shake hands. So, certainly Coach Walton did not like that at the end. But anyway, a big victory for the Bulldogs, though, which is the most important thing. 79-24 is the final score. Don't forget about our next contest, Thursday, January 15th versus Martin County West. Costume night. We'll see you then. Once again, this is Jay Summer with another Ihigh broadcast, wishing you a great Tuesday night. We'll see you on Thursday.